our ordinance does state that before it's revoked initially, before the letter is sent, there has to be a hearing before the mayor. Did the administration have that hearing?
No.
To the chair, if I may.
Mr. Plato.
Any question regarding what was done is a moot point because we have this massive public hearing right here.
No.
That should be a yes or no question.
Clearly, a price that is being given their due process. They can present their claims here. They can bring in all the witnesses as they have to support not revoking the license. So, any reason you want to nitpick about whether this part of the ordinance was done correctly or not is moot because they've been given their due process.
No, we haven't.
Is there any further discussion?
Charter is mute.
A motion to close the public hearing is in order.
Motion to close. Support.
Motion by Councilwoman Brandana, supported by Councilwoman Witten. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed say no. Yes, is have it, motion carried. That brings us to item 7.20. A motion is in order.
Chairman,
Councilwoman.
your motion to affirm the mayor's revocation of the business license of Christmas Services effective May 13, 2024.
I want to be clear that a affirmation, a majority vote affirmation, if a majority of this affirmation vote does not occur, that does not satisfy section 1025B. The only thing is a outright reversal. So I just want to be clear. You can make a motion to affirm, but if that motion fails, it does not have the same legal effect as a reversal.
Chairman,
Councilwoman.
I support the motion to affirm, but I wanted to ask Mr. Plato, it's not a friendly amendment or what it would be called, but is the date incorrect then? Is the date today, or is the date May 13th?
To the chair, you talking about for the revocation?
Yep.
I
But it's
guess
final after the council vote.
It would
So
have-
that
it
would
would
be
be
the date, not the May 13th, in my
that's
opinion.
correct. Through the vote.
May 21st, 2024. So there's a motion by Councilwoman Witten, supported by Councilwoman Brandana, motion to affirm the mayor's revocation of the business license of ChristNet Services effective May 21st, 2024. Correct?
Correct.
Motion by Councilwoman Witten, supported by Councilwoman Brandana. Is there any discussion?
Chairman,
Council.
I'll be brief because I know this is really long. I want to thank ChristNet. I think you guys do great work. 32 years of doing it. The issue lies though in the residents, and this came to us last summer and fall. I was part also in speaking with Wayne Metro. I have no affiliation with Wayne Metro other than knowing that they own the building and that they were joint partners and
No.
providing.
No.
Can I actually have my time because we've allowed everyone to speak? Yes. So that's my understanding. Wayne Metro owns the building. You're shaking your head no that Wayne
They own
Metro
the
does not own
building,
the
but
building.
we're
Okay.
Councilwoman Witten.
And they lease to ChristNet at a reduced rate, and that they did provide some funding. In speaking with Wayne Metro, my understanding is Wayne Metro did reach out and ask about providing operational support for ChristNet to try to rectify these issues in the neighborhood. I agree, the residents in the neighborhood have rights too. The homeless individuals have rights as well, but there has to be a balance. Just like in any neighborhood, there's noise ordinances, right? There's ordinances that protect everybody's rights. This has to be the same there. Residents are entitled to live peacefully in their home. What's been going on is not acceptable. I've heard that this was the first that ChristNet was aware of it. I'm on emails back from November that Ms. Rickman and Mr. Drudges are on, indicating Wayne Metro pulling the funding. So I don't think that this was the first that this was heard of. I think this was going on, and I don't think that the neighbors were heard. And I think it's wrong. I really do. I think that no one would want that going on by their house. I know I wouldn't. I have kids as well. Yes, they deserve services. I commend you. The feeding, job, searching, all of the stuff you do, but you can't negate the fact of the other stuff that's going on. And that this started with the opening of that facility, that these issues were not there to my understanding, and listening to the residents that live there that know best, they said this wasn't going on then. So what is the correlation? And something has to be done, and I think there was an effort to do something, and again, if you let me just finish, I'm gonna wrap up. In my eyes, and in communications that I've seen, there was an effort to reach out. I'm not saying Wayne Metro's the solution. I've also heard that they're reopening. My understanding, again, I can't speak for Wayne Metro, but from what I've been told, was they were closing for 90 days because they owned the building, and then they were going to look at opening up a general service center, not a homeless day facility, but a general service center for all of the services that they offer. Again, that was communicated by Wayne Metro. You can confirm that with them, but that's what we were told. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Any further discussion on the
Mr.
motion
Chair?
to approve? Yes.
I would like to, I don't know, say that I would hope there'd be consideration for a postponement for this. I feel we heard a lot from everybody. Sorry. That I just think I need more time personally. I think that everyone that came out, thank you very much for everyone that came out. I just don't think I'm ready to vote on this. I'm not comfortable with that. I think I would want more time, so I would really like to consideration to postpone this item.
Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no.
No.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Rose?
No.
Ms. Daniels?
No.
Ms. Winton?
Yes.
Mrs. Brandana?
Yes.
Mr. Geis?
Yes. Motion passes 4-2. Item 7.21 is a motion to approve going into closed door session to discuss legal memorandum with the Corporation Council. Motion by Councilwoman Witten, supported by Councilwoman Brandana. Roll call is necessary.
Chairman, would there be an option to have any discussion on that?
No, we did vote.
By going into closed door session. Certainly, yes.
So, I was just curious, you know, we vote to go into closed doors, and I was just wondering why we never put the reason as it relates to the Open Meetings Act, what reason we're going into closed door, because we never state that. So I was just wondering, under the Open Meetings Act, which section we're actually going into closed door under?
It does state to discuss legal memorandum with the Corporation Council.
But it doesn't state the specific section.
Point of order.
There is a motion. Your question has been answered.
Okay, I have another question.
Go right ahead.
So since we're going into closed door to discuss the memorandum from the attorney, it's my understanding that we can only discuss the legal opinions that are stated in that memorandum, not anything verbal. So are all of the things that we're going to be discussing written in the memorandum? All of the opinions that we're going to be discussing, are they written in the memorandum?
I'm not sure I understand your question. You can,
So under the
council
open,
has the right
Mr. Plato.
to discuss any of those matters that are in the memorandum, which would
any written,
not specifically any particular questions.
so my understanding of the Open Meeting Act is we're only allowed to discuss any written legal opinions that you put in the memorandum. We can't discuss any oral, verbal opinions by you unless it's written in the memorandum. That was my understanding from the Open Meetings Act.
The memorandum contains a lot of information which we can discuss.
And
But are all
the
the opinions
entire
we're
purpose,
discussing
I mean,
listed?
you know what you're talking about, I know what you're talking about. It is a legal opinion that is not to be discussed in an open meeting. That's by its definition why it needs to be discussed in a closed door meeting.
I understand that, but there's.
But
the
no, you're
opinions are supposed to be written.
insinuating that we're going to go in there and discuss something.
I'm not insinuating, I'm asking, are they written?
We are, we've been, that question's been asked and answered, and I honestly, I don't know where you're going, Councilwoman, other than to try to, bait a lawsuit or something along those lines, which would put the city into financial jeopardy. So I want to be very clear, what is before us is exactly what our attorney shared with us, that we cannot discuss via email
about the council are all listed in the memorandum, because it's my understanding unless it's listed in his memorandum, if it's his verbal opinion, once we get in there, we cannot discuss it.
We as individuals can ask any germane questions to that subject. Just because he did not mention it in here, it is our time as a council to discuss a legal matter.
Chairman,
Yes.
I don't know what my opinion is yet.
Well, exactly, yeah.
I haven't even seen it, so.
So that's why we would go to closed door, right? So the whole purpose is, it literally, we are following the, what's that?
I said it's not about the council's opinion, it's about what the attorney put in there as his opinion.
All right. So under the Open Meetings Act, a record roll call vote is necessary. Roll
Mr.
call,
Johnson? Ms. Rose?
Yes.
Ms. Daniels?
Yes.
Ms. Winton?
Yes.
Mrs. Brandana?
Yes.
Mr. Geis?
Yes. Motion passes 6-0.